This chart shows the explosive rise in online enticement reports handled by NCMEC in the first half of 2025. NCMEC is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the primary reporting mechanism for these crimes in the United States. In just 6 months, cases nearly doubled, jumping from roughly 293,000 to over 518,000. The right side of this chart reveals an even steeper climb. Reports involving generative AI, technology that creates or alters realistic media, surged from under 7,000 cases to over 440,000 in that exact same window. Caregivers often look at the platforms their kids use and feel a false sense of security. They see T for teen ratings, native chat filters, and built-in parental controls, and assume these digital spaces are inherently safe. The reality is that predators do not view parental controls as barricades. To a motivated adult, an age gate or a chat filter is a minor speed bump on the way to a target. They rely on a specific, multi-platform funnel known as the grooming pipeline. This is a deliberate process engineered entirely to evade algorithmic detection and parent supervision. The walled gardens built to keep children safe have inadvertently become the exact infrastructure abusers use to find and manipulate them right under our noses. The pipeline always starts in highly trusted environments. Predators flock to massive, popular games like Minecraft or Roblox because that is where millions of kids already spend their time and where parents feel comfortable leaving them unattended. Inside these games, abusers use peer-to-peer chat systems to initiate contact. They pose as helpful friends, bypassing general filters to build basic, seemingly innocent rapport with the child. Once contact is made, the predator begins fulfilling a need. They offer free in-game currency or digital items to manufacture trust and create a subtle sense of indebtedness. Here is the terrifying reality of these in-game chats. The predator does not need to have a long, unrestricted conversation. They only need enough access to ask a single question. Do you have another app we can chat on? This is where the boundary is crossed into isolation. The predator convinces the child to move the conversation away from the game and onto an encrypted or secondary app, like Discord or Snapchat. Once the child migrates to these off-platform spaces, parental oversight drops to absolutely zero. Without any moderation, the interaction rapidly escalates into explicit sexualization or demands for sadistic self-harm. The walled garden is never breached by force. The child is willingly led out the front door because the game's own social features facilitated that initial deception. The final stage of this ecosystem involves entirely unregulated, text-heavy platforms. Here, bad actors build dedicated communities, launder their online presence, and hide behind a guise of intellectual legitimacy. These endpoint platforms suffer from severe structural safety failures. They operate with zero age verification and rely on individual users to moderate their own communities, leaving explicit direct messages completely unmonitored. This graphic illustrates how a platform's algorithm actively suppresses internal whistleblower warnings. An external those detailing predator activity reached 274,000 views on X, but the exact same post natively was throttled to just 74 likes to protect the brand's image. That suppression comes directly from the top. When leadership explicitly refuses to commit to removing extreme content like Nazi ideology, it proves there is no actual safety infrastructure in place to protect anyone, let alone a child reporting a creepy message. These gaming and social giants consistently protect their share prices and investor relations over purging bad actors from their networks. Despite mounting legal action across multiple states regarding child exploitation, tech companies do not view these lawsuits as a mandate to change. They treat them merely as an operating expense. Multi-billion-dollar tech companies aren't building safe environments. They are managing corporate liability, while predators freely exploit the massive architectural gaps left behind. Automated age verification and corporate parental controls will never be enough. Software alone cannot stop a determined, intelligent human adversary. Simply toggling a chat setting to off is insufficient. Developers frequently build their own custom, unmonitored chat systems inside individual games, completely bypassing the official platform filters you thought you enabled. The most effective solution is the human firewall. Parents must step in to actively enforce digital boundaries, rather than outsourcing their parenting to an app's settings menu. That starts with one ultimate non-negotiable rule to break the pipeline. No one online ever needs to move a conversation somewhere private. Caregivers must reject passivity. That means regularly checking devices and having transparent, age-appropriate conversations about how online manipulation actually works. This requires a shift in how your household approaches technology. Establishing these boundaries doesn't create a parents versus children scenario. It unites the family against the predators. The entire grooming pipeline relies on silence and isolation. By becoming an active, uncompromising human firewall, families can cut that pipeline off before it even begins.